So welcome back to part 2. I've had a slight change of plan, and what I'm doing, bear with me, just get the clock on 0, is I'm clocking in my compound slide to match the taper on the rear end of the dart barrel. And I'm getting closer. Where are we? So over that taper at the moment I'm about 5 thou out. Just loosen off my compound a little bit. Give it all a little tap. Oh, got a bit of brass here. Let's give that a whirl. Just nip that back up. Let's just set that back to 0, right? And wind it back the other way. You can get the drift of what I'm doing. Over the length of the taper, I want it to read 0 ideally, or a thou or so, you know, I'm not too worried about a thou. Okay, I probably went about half the distance I needed to go then. Let's just pop that. Oh, I reckon that might be somewhere near. Oop. There's a 0, back the other way with my compound. Slight improvement. So that clock's dropping, so I need to be closer at this end. I'm going to go double it. Oh. Set that back on 0 again. Whoop. Nearest makes no difference. I'm getting closer with every go. Just hand winding the compound back. I don't seem to be getting any better. Let's go something like that. Let's have a look at this. 0 that end. Now we're getting somewhere near. I'll bring you back when I've got her done. Okay, I don't know how well that clock shows up on there. There's a bit of glare on the clock, but as you can see, let's just put it on 0 that end, and I'll wind it the other end. As you can see, halfway up, it's within a couple of hundredths of a mil. Okay, there's the other end, and I don't know whether it shows 2/100ths of a millimetre. I think we can live with that. I'll just nip up my compound slide. Yeah, it didn't move. Just grab the bolt on the other side. Happy days. So, let's bring it out from there. I have now got the angle of my compound set at the identical angle to the rear of the barrel of the dart. So in theory, if I give myself a position, I'll put the centre back in because that isn't quite true. Right, okay. If I give myself a position there and a position there on the end and a 0 there, I can turn that taper onto the barrel of the dart, which will remove most of the material before I cut off the end. So that's my plan, to back turn the taper into there. I'll probably put a right-handed tool in there maybe, or I could use the V-tool, that would be fine for that. All the way back onto here to the length that we need, and the taper will be there. Then it's just a case of parting it, facing it, and happy days. So what I've done is wound my compound back until it's flush with its front face. Moved the cross slide and the carriage until my point of my tool is right on the base of that. I can come back further on the further ones, but right on the base of that, and that gives me a reading of where I should be on my finish pass to get that diameter correct. So I've locked the cross slide, lock the carriage, I should say, because I don't want to move the carriage back and forth, but I've set zeros on my DRO, so I've got that as a known position. So I can pretty much wind out from there, and now replace this dart with the one I want to machine. So I'll take the tailstock away, take the original out, again holding by the point here. It's not the ideal scenario, but yeah, they're more than strong enough. Clamp it up, bring my tailstock in. I don't know where we are speed wise, let's have a look. Yeah, not too bad at all. So I'll just touch there. That diameter's going to get bigger as I go forward. So I know I can keep winding in with my cross slide. I haven't moved the carriage, remember. Until my DRO reads 0. So the carriage is locked, and I'm putting a cut on with the cross slide, and I'm just winding back and forth. And I know when my carriage is, my compound slide is flush, that's as far back as it needs to come. So that's flush. Put another cut on. I'm just doing point one at a time here. And as I wind forward, that diameter's getting bigger, but I'm not going so small on the back end that I'm going to pass it off, so to speak. Go forward a bit. Still 0.5 to come off. And I'll show you this as I'm doing it. It's very awkward. I've got my tailstock is in the way of me trying to wind the handle on my compound slide. I'll give you a shot of that. And as you can see, I've got limited access for my fingers to get into here. So the next plan is part them to length. So again, I'll take the original, just set my tip right on the outer edge, give myself a 0 on my DRO. I'm going to pop that one out. Pop one of the new ones in, again right up to the shoulder, up to the chuck. Put my center in. And I'm going to rough this out to that position forwards to give myself like an undercut and a line so that I've got a register for where the overall length will be. So I'll just remove a bit of material out of here. We don't want that bit there. Now I could part these off, but you don't want to be parting off with a centre. Because I'm only holding them by the tip, by the point, I don't want to put any load on them. So as you can see, I'm just tickling away at this. Taking it down to a plain diameter down here somewhere. Wind up to my 0 point, which is there. There. There's a bit of wall left there yet. And as you can see, I've got a shoulder there, which is my finished overall length. I bet that's just about breaking through into the thread there. I'm going to stop there. Do the same to all three. I'm going to cut them off, and then I'm going to put them up holding on the knurl and just give them a little face down to clean that shoulder up, which is the last ½ mil of diameter, something like that. So I'll bring you back when we got all three of them. So I'll put it back up in the chuck. I'm holding it extremely lightly, and I can just tickle across that back face till I get to my witness mark. There we are. And I'll just I'll just needle file very gently with a needle file over that corner there. Just to remove the sharp edge. And that's it done to length. So I'll do that to all three now. So I've still got the remnants of the original thread there, probably 4 or 5 turns. So in with the first tap, I'll try and put this into the bottom, holding it in the vise here, in a piece of rubber mat. And I think that's the first tap, bottomed. And then we'll give it the benefit of the doubt, we'll use all three. Whoop, kick the toolbox that's behind me. Move that out of the way. That's the second tap bottomed out. And in with the plug tap. Just to straighten out those bottom couple of threads. That's it. I'll just give it a little deeper on the outer edge on the last thread. That's it. And I will give them a blowout to get rid of any swarf that's in there. And there we are, the stem fits lovely. So I'm trying to do a bit of a weigh up here. There's the original dart there, flickering between 20 and 21 grams. It was 21 a minute ago. Come on, reset yourself. This scales isn't super accurate, but for goodness sake, come on. Right, 0, let's try that, I don't know. 21 grams, okay. Let's try the new ones. Showing about 20. Another one. 20. And the third dart. Yeah, that's showing 21. Oh, 20. So yeah, all three. 20. Keep still. 20, 21, it's flickering. Yeah, come on. The scales is a bit temperamental. 20. Now we'll put the original one back on. It's gone to 22 now, but yeah, it's typically it runs 20, 21. Stop the bugger rolling off the scales would be a good thing. Yeah, 21. So yeah, they are perhaps very, 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 very slightly lighter. I suspect that's down because dimensionally they're pretty much on the money. Oh, come on. 0. Yeah, I mean 21. $20. 21. I beg to measure the same one again and get a different reading. $20 now. Yeah, exactly. Overall weight of 3 of them. Yeah, 62. We're looking at, you know, between 20 and 21 grams each, maybe on the high side of 20. And that one's now reading 20. So yeah, I think we're pretty much on the money as far as the weight and the balance of the 3 together. Well, there we are, nice close-up shot. That's the finished article of the set of 3 darts and the original one there. The knurl on the new ones is slightly better than the one on the original, but I suspect the original has worn slightly over time. Yeah, very pleased. Happy days, job's a good one. So there we are, job complete, a set of 21 gram darts. 21, why is that familiar? Oh yeah, it was what Wales scored in the Six Nations on the weekend. 21 points to 13 against England. But I'm sure all my English subscribers won't want to talk about that. And strangely enough, these darts are going to an Englishman. I'll have to mention that they're 21 grams. Anyway, that's another story. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you on the next one. Diolch yn fawr.